Hi everyone, welcome to the new playlist called Law and Language from Dharmapeetam. So what is a sentence? A set of words put together in a grammatically accurate sequence order expressing a complete meaning of its own is called a sentence. For example, we can consider one of the famous examples in English, Rama killed Ravana. Rama killed Ravana. Only 3 words are there in that, and when we put these 3 words into a sequence, we get a sentence. Rama killed Ravana. So as far as this sentence is concerned, Rama is the killer, Ravana is the victim, and the process happened there was killing. So the sentence has a complete meaning, and these 3 words put together is an accurate sequence. It's a sentence. But when we put it like Rama, Ravana killed, same 3 words, only a simple adjustment in this order. Rama, Ravana killed. The only thing that we can understand from this particular sentence, if we call it like, is that something has happened and someone has killed someone and someone has died. Who killed? Who died? No idea. So these 3 words put together like Rama, Ravana killed, does it have a complete meaning? Does it express a complete sense? No. So in this situation, we cannot call it a sentence. Even if we say Ravana killed Rama, grammatically, that being an accurate one, its own meaning, the killer becomes Ravana and the victim becomes Rama. Grammatically, that is a correct sentence. So that is what I said. It should be grammatically accurate, it should follow a systematic order, and it should be able to convey a complete meaning. So when words are put together so that it can express a complete meaning of its own, those things are called sentences. And a bit more about the sentence. Sentence actually basically has 2 parts. The first part is called subject and the second part is called predicate. We basically identify a subject and a predicate based on the position of verb. Okay, so subject is basically but the doer, what the sentence is all about, and the predicate is what the sentence tell about the subject. For example, let us consider the same example, Rama killed Ravana. So the subject is the doer, what the sentence is all about, who the sentence is all about. The sentence is all about Rama. He has done something. So who has done something? Who has killed Ravana? Rama. So Rama becomes the subject. What does the sentence tell about Rama? The sentence says that the person called Rama, the subject called Rama, killed Ravana. So that part is called the predicate part. As I said, usually subject and predicate are identified based on its position. The most important component that happens over there is nothing else but a verb. The part that comes before the verb is called the subject, and the part which starts with the verb, not after the verb, with the verb, is called the predicate. So in this sentence, Rama killed Ravana, Rama is the subject, killed Ravana with the verb. Killed is the verb, Ravana is the object, or anything that comes after that. A lot of things can come there. Okay, object complement can come there, phrases can come there, whatever there it is. It doesn't make any difference. Those things that comes after the verb is the predicate. Okay, so when we have to construct a sentence, that is the most important part. When we have to create a sentence, either to write or to speak, the first thing that we need to understand or identify is nothing else but what we have to express. What is that what we are going to express? So we have to express something about Rama. So Rama becomes the subject. So what about Rama is what we are going to express? Killed Ravana, or married Sita, or left to forest, whatever. That part becomes the predicate. So when we start to construct the sentences, this is the first thing that we need to identify. What is the subject of the sentence that we are going to frame, and what are we going to tell about the subject which is going to become the predicate part of it, right? So now we need to start to construct the sentences. We need not to go for lengthy sentences, small one, 3-4 words, that's enough. How can we construct it? So is it possible that the subject can be only a single word one? No. Subject and predicate both can be of 3 different types. For example, the subject part. So what are the 3 types of subjects that we can have in a sentence? Simple subject. Simple subject. That's the first kind of a subject. A simple subject is nothing else but just like what we did with the previous sentence. A single word is used as a subject. Rama killed Ravana. So subject is composed of only a single noun or a pronoun. And remember, nouns or pronouns only will be the subject part, no other what we call parts of speech will be there. Yeah, we will discuss this particular concept a bit detail in our next session. There is something else we need to talk about it, the real subject concept, that we will deal with the next part. Okay. So basically when we think about a simple subject, only a single noun or a noun which is along with a determiner or an article, basically an article. A single noun or a pronoun, or a single noun or pronoun with an article, they are called the simple subject. For example, we can say, as I said, Rama killed Ravana. Only a single word Rama is used there as a subject. Or we can say, the monkeys helped Rama. So what is the sentence about? Who is the sentence about? The monkeys. So what do we say about the monkeys? That becomes a predicate part. Helped Rama. So here when we check the subject part, we have the monkeys, a definite article, the monkeys, a noun part. So together the monkeys become the subject part here. Even though 2 words are there, it's also a simple subject, right? Now compound subject, that's the second type of subject. A compound subject is nothing else but 2 nouns are put together using a conjunction. Example, we can say Rama and Lakshmana were brothers. So here we have who the sentence is about, Rama and Lakshmana. So obviously that becomes the subject part. So there are 2 nouns in that, Rama, then comes Lakshmana. So these 2 nouns are joined by a conjunction and, right? 2 or more than 2 nouns or pronouns are put together using a conjunction which becomes a subject of a sentence is considered as a compound subject. Okay. Now the third one is called complete subject. A complete subject is nothing but some other kinds of words also are there in the subject part, along with a single noun or pronoun or more than single noun or pronouns. A group of words will be there, right? So all these words together are doing the function of a subject. That is called a complete subject. For example, we can say the monkeys whom Rama and Lakshmana met at the forest helped them. The monkeys, comma, whom Rama and Lakshmana met at the forest, comma, helped them. So what is the verb here? Helped. So what is the sentence about? The monkeys whom Rama and Lakshmana met at the forest. What does the sentence say about those monkeys whom they met at the forest? Helped them, right? So helped is the verb, and the part that comes before that frames the subject. What is that? The monkeys whom Rama and Lakshmana met at the forest. So actually, the noun part which plays over there is nothing else but the monkeys. But there is something else that is happening over there, telling something more about the relation between, or what happened at the forest, or where they met each other. That is happening there. But that part is expressed before the verb helped. So that also can be considered as a subject. And when we have more number of words which are used as a subject, that particular part is called a complete subject. In the same way, similar way, we have predicate also of three different types. The first one is simple predicate. Only a single word, a verb, or a main verb with an auxiliary verb. When that particular unit is considered as a predicate, that is called a simple predicate, right? So we can say, he cooked food. He cooked food. Who is the sentence about? He. What does the sentence say about he? That he cooked food. So cooked food is the predicate part here, and we have a single verb there, cooked, and an object. So that makes a simple predicate. Now we have a compound predicate. A compound predicate is nothing else but we have two verbs basically. After the noun or pronoun which frames a subject, we have two verbs which are connected by a conjunction. For example, we can say, he cooked and served food. He cooked and served food. Two verbs are there, cooked, served. And these two verbs are actually connected using a simple conjunction and. So cooked and served food, that part becomes a compound predicate. Then we have a complete predicate. A complete predicate is again just like the complete subject. It can be of a single verb or two verbs, but along with that there are some other words also getting added to that, like modifiers or complements or whatever that is. For example, we can say, he cooked very delicious food. He cooked very delicious food. So what is the sentence about? Who is the sentence about? He. What does the sentence say about him? He cooked very delicious food. So very delicious food is a part of a sentence which is describing the food that he has cooked. But that also is a part of a predicate. So cooked very delicious food altogether becomes a predicate. Or we can say, he cooked very delicious food and served to everybody. He cooked very delicious food and served to everybody. Again, subject is just he, cooked very delicious food and served to everybody altogether becomes a predicate part of it, because the entire part is telling something about him, the chef, the cook, right? So these are the two major components. But let it be whatever, kind of a subject or kind of a predicate, two major parts are there in every sentence. We can construct a sentence without anything but two parts. First one is a subject, second one is the verb, right? Without a subject and without a verb, constructing a sentence is impractical, impossible. Now, how we have to create a perfect sentence? If we have to create a grammatically accurate sentence, there is a simple rule. That simple rule is nothing else but there is a relationship between the subject and verb in every sentence. in every sentence, that definitely there is a subject, definitely there should be a verb, and these two, the subject and the verb, should have an agreement. This particular agreement frames the basic relation in between these two, and that is the next topic that we have to discuss, the subject verb agreement. The perfect or the proper use of language, especially English, is basically on this particular topic, subject verb agreement, and that particular concept we will elaborate from the next class, because it's a detailed area. There are a lot of other things also which we have to bring in between, like the tenses and all these kinds of things also will be dealt there. So that will be definitely for a good number of classes. So that's it for this class, this session. I think you might have got a better idea regarding the components of sentences and what is a basic way by which we can start to construct the sentences. Now, one thing I would like to remind you again is nothing else but using a language is purely a skill, and any skill can be developed only through practicing. Listening to these videos or any other videos or n number of videos will never make any difference unless we start to practice it. So now I have given you a basic idea regarding how to get the subject and the predicate part together to make simple sentences. Let's start making simple sentences here on, and throughout this series we will be definitely doing a lot of exercises kinds of things as well. The more you practice it, the more easier it will be to master English as well. Thank you.